In response to a viewer who sent me an email asking about, I have a couple of questions about TOS. First, how do you enable the gray boxes that display gaps? Let me show you how that works. It's not a question of enabling boxes, it's a question of picking the tool. So you pick a rectangle tool and you would highlight a gap. I don't think I have any gaps here, but let's just pretend there's a gap. And you just click at the top. Sorry, wrong tool. I had picked a tool for up here. So let's say there was a gap here. You would just click and mark the high and the low of the area where you want to show a gap. And really all it does is draw a gray box for you. Let's do that again a little bit bigger. So you click the rectangle tool. If this were a gap that you wanted to highlight, you'd just draw it like that. And it creates this box. Now mine is gray because if you right click on it, you can edit the properties and you can choose your color. So you could make it any color you want. And then remember to click set as default, and that will be the color that you draw your rectangles in the future. Anytime you want to get rid of them, it's just right click and say delete drawing. The second question was how do you set up your charts such that you're viewing 4 time periods on the same stock on 4 grids, and when you change the symbols, all the chart symbols change? Well, that's an easy one too, but if you're not used to using Thinkorswim, it isn't obvious. Right up here in the corner, you have the icon that allows you to choose what type of grid you want. So you can have a 1 grid, a 2, you click and drag, and you click on the last one. And then if you want a 4, it's highlight the 4 by holding your mouse down and dragging, then let go and click on the last one, and you have 4 charts. And you select your 4 time frames just here, right? So you go, you want this one to be a daily, you want this one to be a, you have to choose chart, right? So you turn off active trader and choose that you want turning off active trader and choosing that I want a chart. And then I would choose a 1 hour chart. Sorry for the slow response. I guess it's because I'm recording a video. And then a 30-minute, and then a 15-minute. Now how do you get the same symbol in all 4 at the same time? This is your little hyperlinks for your windows. So since you've got an orange beside Sohu, click orange, and it's going to populate in this window whatever you've put here. Same here, you would click the orange, and you would click the orange. And then you click the style settings that you want in each of the boxes. So what I do is I have a style set up called Clean Studies On. I can go into detail later, and I just click that in all 4. And I've asked TOS if they wouldn't, have one way that we could set styles in all of the grids, but they haven't got that yet. So you go style and you have to manually load your style so that you get the same type of chart in each one, and then you have to go back and reset your times. So that is how you would set a grid of 4. Now, very important that after you've completed this, you go into here, click again your grid of 4, and say Save Grid As, and give it a name. Sorry. Give it a name, and I've called it timeframes 4, and that's the one that I use. So hopefully that answered the questions. Let me just double check. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment on the YouTube site, and I'll get an email and I'll reply to you typically within about an hour if it's within trading time or within an hour after trading time.